An entire day of testimony and court proceedings in the Vanderbilt rape case spills over into today. Defense attorneys are trying to get the trials of Brandon Vandenberg and Corey Beatty separated. They're accused of sexually assaulting a female student in a campus dormitory last summer. After a delay most of the morning, the hearing is set to resume now. Right now, Vandenberg and Beatty are set to go on trial on November 3rd. Test results are expected today or tomorrow on a sheriff's deputy who is now sick and spent time inside the Dallas apartment where a man with Ebola was staying. And some major U.S. airports are getting ready to start additional screening for travelers. Omar Villafranca has the latest.
The body of Thomas Duncan, the first Ebola patient to die in the U.S., will be cremated to prevent the virus from spreading further. Duncan, who is from Liberia, died yesterday, underscoring questions about the care he received. Duncan was initially turned away from the hospital 3 days before being put in an isolation ward late last month. His remains will be turned over to his family in Dallas. Texas officials expect Ebola test results on Sheriff Deputy Michael Monig within 48 hours. Monig went inside the contaminated apartment where Duncan was staying and complained of Ebola-like symptoms yesterday. Officials say Deputy Monig had no direct contact with Duncan and does not have a fever. They're taking his health concerns seriously, but call his case a, quote, low-risk event. As health officials prepare to begin screening passengers from West Africa arriving at 5 major U.S. airports, dozens of airline cabin cleaners walked off the job at New York's LaGuardia Airport today because of Ebola fears. 2 American Ebola patients are still being treated in the U.S. TV cameraman Ashoka Mukpo received a blood transfusion yesterday from Dr. Kent Brantley, who beat Ebola last month. And officials at Emory Hospital in Atlanta confirm they are still treating an unidentified Ebola patient who arrived 1 month ago today. He is believed to be a World Health Organization worker. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Dallas.
The process that could lead to demolition of a historic home in the midtown section of Nashville begins this afternoon. Developers have plans for this property where the A.S. Warren House sits at 19th and Broadway. This home was built in 1888 and it's one of the last of its kind in this part of the city. It was recently placed on the Nashville 9 endangered property list. Developers want to build a residential tower and hotel on that property. Historic preservationists say they'd like to find a compromise that would preserve the house. Until then, those who want to save it will need to speak up.
Posting comments on Facebook's wonderful, but what the people that need to hear your concerns are your city leaders at the Planning Commission, Planning Department, the Council, and the Mayor's Office.
The Metro Planning Commission will hear this rezoning proposal today at 4 o'clock. And check out the new look for the Nashville Sounds just released this morning. Here's the new logo for the team. The Sounds say the logo represents a new guitar pick with a stylized N. Broadway burnt orange, sunburst tan, neon orange, and cash black make up the club's new official colors. The changes coincide with the team's move to the new First Tennessee Park next season. And what a night at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Alan Jackson put on quite a show as part of his Artist in Residence honors. His new exhibit, 25 Years of Keeping It Country, runs through March. Ticket sales for his Hall of Fame performance concerts broke records when 2 shows, including a second one later this month, sold out in under an hour. Wow.